When you're in the market for budget tech products and you bought something that was considered as cheap, it doesn't necessarily imply that the thing that you bought eventually turned out to be an e-waste that was not worth your hard-earned money. This here is HP 230, a wireless keyboard that you can buy right now on Amazon for 1100 Indian rupees or 20 US dollars. So in today's video, we are going to be finding out who this particular keyboard is for and whether you as a buyer should consider this or not if you are among that targeted audience. Alright, enough of the chit chat, let's jump right in. So this here is HP's offering to those of us who wants to buy a wireless keyboard that is extremely affordable while at the same time not making us think of it as a waste of money afterwards. It's a full-size wireless membrane keyboard and you get a total of 106 keys to type on, and this includes all the basic keys plus a couple of extras leading to a better productivity. As for what you get inside of the box, you get the keyboard itself neatly packed in plastic. Then you get the 2.4 GHz receiver or dongle, whichever you wish to call, a pair of Energizer AAA batteries, and of course a lot of documentation which claims that you'll get a 2-year warranty with this keyboard. Now coming to the keyboard itself, it's entirely made out of plastic and it's good enough for the price. Build quality wise it's decent, but please don't try to proactively test out its ruggedness. Keep in mind that this keyboard is not spill proof, so keep your hydrating stuff away from it and you'll be good for the most part. The keyboard is surprisingly easy to use as you only need to drop in the batteries in the compartment and the keyboard will turn on automatically. Now not having a dedicated on-off switch might bother some of you, but this particular keyboard has a trick up its sleeve to save its battery. Whenever the keyboard detects that you haven't pressed any of the keys for quite some time, it will dive into a sleep mode to save the battery. And to wake the keyboard, all you need to do is just press any of the keys once and boom, it's at your command again. The 2.4 GHz wireless receiver that comes with the keyboard is quite good in the sense that it provides a smooth, uninterrupted connection to the keyboard. The claimed range is around 10 meters, which I personally never got a chance to test out because me being a good human being, I always keep my peripherals close to my PC and not be like a shameless sibling next room trying to mess around with my keystrokes. Now the battery life of this keyboard is claimed to be very good, and it should be because first of all there is no lighting on the keys, which can be good or bad depending upon you, and also because of its nature of going to sleep whenever it's inactive to save its battery. HP claims that you get almost a year's worth of battery life with this keyboard, which honestly you should take with a pinch of salt. But if you ask me personally, I'd say that you don't have to rush to get a pair of AAAs as often as you thought you would, and that is actually a good thing. Alright, so coming to the ergonomics of this keyboard, it's quite decent for the price. The keyboard by default is raised at an angle, making it easier to type on. However, you can also raise it a bit more if you want to by using these kickstands. Now, you obviously can't expect these to have good rubberized fit at this price point, so just be careful with this keyboard because it has a good tendency to slide about on your desk if you decide to use this keyboard for heavy typing activities. But other than that, I'd say that the keyboard feels really good to type on. It's a membrane keyboard, so it's almost dead silent when you type on the keys, and depending upon the scenario, you can use this keyboard for light gaming. Now if you take a closer look at the keys on the top row, you'll notice that the function keys also have a second row of functions that they provide, and these are all accessible when you press the FN key and then press the function buttons. Here's the list of actions that you get. You can pause the screen and take a look at them, as I find these are pretty useful sometimes. Next we come to these two keys that you get beside of the F12 button. The first one is to lock your function keys, meaning only the second row is accessible if you press the function buttons. And the button next to that is to lock your computer. I really like this button a lot because pressing the Windows button and the L key is so out of fashion these days. This should be the way to go. But jokes aside, I really don't have anything to complain about the keys or the buttons. So let's have a quick sound check, shall we? Now this being a membrane keyboard, I couldn't type as fast like I could on my mechanical keyboard, so my typing speed was around 70 words per minute, which is still pretty good to be honest. Alright, so now let's talk about who this particular keyboard is for. Now this being a budget wireless keyboard, it's ideal for students and people who work from home who don't want to buy expensive keyboards while at the same time don't want to get something that ruins the aesthetics of their setups. It's also quite essential for those of us who wants to have a spare keyboard with them, because at the end of the day, even the most expensive keyboard can go bad. And in such scenarios, an inexpensive option like this one is really helpful. And this one being a full-sized wireless keyboard, it's ideal for people, especially elders, who are not used to typing on smaller form factor keyboards and prefer having all the keys to type on. So considering all these factors, I would say that this keyboard is pretty decent for that price. But if the price was below 1000 rupees, I would say that would have been an absolute no-brainer. Now if you want to purchase this keyboard, I'll leave my Amazon affiliate links down in the video description. Please use those links if you want to support this channel at zero extra cost to you. So that was my review of the HP 230 budget wireless keyboard. If you found the video useful, definitely hit that like button because it helps out with the reach of this video to more and more people like you. Share it among your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on a single upload. So this is me, Rohit, signing off. I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for watching.